Haha! Oh god. Too many things at once. Hello, hello, hello. Hello! Uh, another stream, another start. After what I did yesterday. Oh. I feel ashamed of myself. The score for our team for week 5 right now is not good. We're 4-2, but we're losing 4-2. So we've only managed to win 2 games and we lost 4, which means we're 3 games away from tying and 4 games away from winning, and we only have 4 games left. So it's going to be tough, but not impossible. So the game upcoming here in a bit, once both players get into the table, is going to be Zane versus someone. I could probably look it up, but I'm lazy. So I'm going to just wait until the opponent pops up. But Zane's playing a very fun deck that honestly most people are not going to be prepared for. And if everything goes correct, this is going to be a fun video to watch. Still waiting for the players to get together. So we'll see how that goes. So we have, like I said, we have 4 games left in this week. Zane's playing right now. Let me check. Zane's playing right now. Naru will be playing a little bit later. It's going to be a little bit too late for me to stream because I got to get some work done. But he's going to be playing in about 3.5 hours. And then not half hour later after that, Yuta's playing. And then tomorrow around this time, we have our final game with Bill Phaser. And we'll see how it turns out. So it's up to Zane, Naru, Yuta, and Bill Phaser to clutch us a win or a tie. And we'll see how that goes. There's a team consensus that as much as we do love everybody who's participating, and Gwen Deckflair is an amazing person, we don't want to give Deckflair their first win. Deckflair's team right now is losing badly. We don't want to be the first ones to give them a win. So we have motivation. It's crappy motivation, but it's motivation nonetheless. So hello. We'll see how it goes. It's gonna be very, very... Oh, you got murdered by offensive OT against Shiranui. Just give it a sec. It might get hit tomorrow. Literally tomorrow. So, it's going to be a tough one. 4 games left. 4 games to win. 3 games to tie. I'm talking in wins and ties, not in losses, because I don't want to think about losses. I think about wins. There's 4 games. We need to win 4 to win. We need to win 3 to tie. We got this. Giant Druid. I like that. But I'm more of a... I usually play... What are my characters? Hold up in D&D. I got a... Oh, I've had way too many. I have a Barbarian Oread, which was one of my first ones. So I guess that's close. Big rock monster that goes smash. Well, technically, the big rock monster goes throw things. I made him to literally have throw anything. It's like pick up chair throw, pick up rock throw, pick up javelin throw, pick up party member throw. I made a human paladin. Made another human brawler. I like barbarians. If you're talking about Baldur's Gate, I'd win 100% half orc because, unga bunga, go smash. I don't think I've played a druid yet. I love how this turned into D&D all of a sudden. Anyway, still waiting. Shooting the shit. Shooting the crit. Pat and penny. Oh, how many people are even watching right now? 6! That's a good number. Ooh, I could go on a rant. But I was fear if I go on a rant, I'm not going to pay attention and then they're going to start without me. But recently I upgraded the way I do proxies. And I love it. It gave me such a headache and I almost lost my mind. But now everything's working, and it's putting a grin on my face, because it's one of those things like you start doing something and you have an idea and you start researching, testing, doing stuff, and it fails, and you fix it and it fails, and you fix it and it fails and it fix it. And it's that feeling of, aha, I figured it out. And then it's just like, yes. So new way proxy making is working phenomenally. I should be making proxies. Fuck. There's enough time, right? Alex gets off in 2 hours. There's enough time to still make proxies. There's enough time. There's not too many. And like I said, the new streamlined method means I can do them fast. Should I? They're not in the table yet. But if I start up the program, I crash everything. Now I want them to finish as soon as possible, because I need to make proxies for a video today. Oh, I forgot. I got sidetracked. Well, if anything, I should probably start prepping the wiki. So at least I do something proactively. So, Bear Magnus got revealed today. We're probably going to talk more about it on V-Time. Yes, we know what Zane's going to be playing. It's going to be really good. He's got the upper hand in the surprise factor. And honestly, the deck is really strong in the early game. So it might just surprise the opponent and give him the edge he needs. So it's going to be a fun time. We're not going to spoil too much of what Zane's playing. We want to be a surprise because he's apparently cooked. He's going to surprise all of us, apparently, with this 5-course meal. But I need to start prepping Bear Magnus. How much do you like the new blank? Oh, Blademeyer Tripper? Blademeyer Trip. Was that Tripper? I guess it was a Tripper, wasn't it? It's honestly really good. It's nice to have something that calls stuff out of soul, because Blademeyer's ride line does selectively soul charge. Really, no, not selectively, but does soul charge normal units a lot. In my previous build of Blademeyer that we did on the video, I ran the order combo, which is order play, soul charge 1, choose a card from your soul, call it a rear grade, it gains 5k. And then of course the card, the don't play soul blast, look at that 5. But basically with this dragon, I can take that order out and take the order combo completely out and just play it and some other stuff and kind of streamline the deck. Because now I have a card that not only is a presence on the board, but also grabs stuff from soul. And on top of that is a 20k, 30k, depending on how the game goes, a beefy attacker. So overall, I really like the card. It's going to be very interesting to see how the deck gets built around it. But until then, so the wiki has not updated with Barrow stuff yet. But it has updated with today's cards of the day, which is honestly also not bad. Like, the order is very interesting. The grade 3 is a grade 3, but it's going to be very interesting to see what decks play it, because not many decks have a soul to where this can gain enough power. Unless the new Brent Gate or Dark States, the new Leo, is going to do something. But we'll see. Yeah, 10k for 4 bind is honestly strong. Thoughts on new Barrow? Yes, thoughts on new Barrow. I think it's a good upgrade in the right direction. It still does Barrow things, but the ride line's probably the biggest upgrade in my opinion, because being able to soul charge 4 by the time you get to Barrow, which means if you don't call anything out of soul, you soul charged 4 and your ride line's 3, you're already at 7 cards in soul. If you use the good Barrow order that lets you soul charge 3, you're already at 10. So you're just 5 away. With certain combos, you can really get there easily. I think you still run swirlers because you are soul charging, you are getting beefy numbers. And this time swirlers are not going to disappear into soul. And you can keep them in the back row and do more shenanigans with them. I think the goal is still to try to get to 15 as soon as possible, just because it's multi-attack. But I don't think you try to go for 20 right away. I think you get to 20 when you feel like you can get to 20. Bruce needs a ride line upgrade immediately. Anyway, I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing because the players are already in the table. Why is this open? Boom. So, I need to check who's on what side. Okay, yeah, I need to flip them. So Zane needs to go on to the other side to get where I have him. Plop. And the opponent in this case, who has a very crooked board, I don't know if that's on my end or is... Yeah, that's on my own a little bit, but we can fix that. Needs to go on the other side. Ready? Yep. And then we can fix their board real quick to get most of it in there. Plop. Ta-da! We're gonna stretch them just a tiny bit. There we go. Why is Zane's feel over the borders? I did not say over the borders. There you go. Hey now. Hey now. Stop what you're doing. There you go. Gonna turn them on so you guys can hear them slightly.
I've been getting more used to using the actual energy cards.
But it's still prominently me. And then Zane's opponent today, that's funny. It's funny because of different reasons that I find funny, is Xanis.
You want to do the whole 1, 2, 3 thing?
And yes, also written with an X. So it's X versus X.
I'll do 3, 2, 1.
I don't know what's going on here, but leave this.
1, 2, 3, you go 3,
Right.
2, 1. Like this.
Ah.
I go 1, 2, 3 for you.
What do you mean YouTube's not working? You guys can still hear me, right?
Yeah.
There's no glitching, there's no lagging,
Yep.
everything's still working, right?
Nice set here.
Cool.
There you go.
Yeah, they are getting started. They're about to roll dice. Great, Zane got snake eyes, which honestly is not bad.
So I will go second.
Wait. Oh, it's a stride deck. So Zane's fighting against a stride deck, which I think he's got the upper hand.
Okay.
Because he can not only
1, 2, go 3.
stay on grade 2 and force the stride deck to, you know, go into their grade 3 and not stride. But his grade 2 is probably the best, one of the best grade 2 games in the game right now. So I think Zane's in an advantage here. And you guys are gonna, it's gonna be very fun to watch this. I'm actually gonna make Zane's field a little bit bigger,
Not exactly the best start.
so we can see as much as possible. Oop.
1, 2, 3. Then you can go ahead and
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
A little bit skewed. Not too much skewed. Good enough.
1, 2, 3.
2, 1, 3.
Yes, it's a stride opponent, so this is going to be very fun. Zane, in my opinion, has the upper hand.
Ready?
He is going first,
I'm going first, right?
but he can control that.
Right. I'm going to discard a card. Right, grid 1.
So I think that's a heal hold. Okay, that's an interesting start.
0 energy, and then I'm going to pass the turn.
Right.
So nothing happens, ride grade 1.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit.
It honestly will depend here what the opponent's going to do, and if the opponent knows what they're fighting against.
Obtain the Luard crest, draw from the crest, and obtain an energy crest and energy charge 3.
Yep.
So lure doing lure things.
Then I'm going to go ahead and call Preservation Angel and Zergon.
Okay, got the Sergon, so
swing at your
that's a
Vanguard
column.
with my
More likely guard this and take the other one. 15k guard for an OT to pass. Ta-da.
critical trigger. I'll give all effects to Preservation.
Not ideal, but not can't do much about it.
28, 31, the crit.
Yeah, 31 double critical. You just eat those, unfortunately.
Critical trigger and nothing.
Right, Zergon's effect. I will retire him to look at the top 2, add 1 to hand, and put 1 on the bottom. And
So the opponent started with 5, going to 6, drew 2, ditched 1, rode,
Then I'm going to
drew
use
2, so they're at 7, drive check 8, and then call 1. They should have 7 cards in hand. So a decent hand size for going, you know, second. But now Zane gets to play. Alright, let's see this. Because I honestly don't know what's going to happen either.
Justina,
Alright.
discard a card, mill an order.
So we get to mill an order. And get to play an order from drop. And when you play that order, it will go back to the bottom of the deck.
Yep.
And of course, we're playing the order that goes with Virgilla.
Unfortunately, the shuffling in the stackers real, so
No, it's not Varga. It's Virgila. The other V.
213.
He has the thing. I feel like you know more information than I do.
Then I'm going to activate from the drop zone for Counterbalance 1. I'm reading the order. Check for 5.
So order Cannabis 1, check stop 5. Honestly, I forgot what it does. That's good. Order got played, so she will activate. Not to mention the opponent also has one or less rear so overall she will activate. So yeah, the manga dragon's here. I am a little bit curious what that card, the order. I need to look up what the order does again. So we're gonna look at deck log on my phone.
312.
Oh, come on, Philip. Speed is key.
Then I'm going to call Latifa. I played an order this
And
time,
he
so
got a Latifa, which means he can top 5. Huzzah.
check for 5 again.
And he's going to have the soul for another Latifa if he wants next turn, because Shenry's going to go into soul and draw him a card.
Static correct.
So overall, this is starting to look really, really well.
Best apparently.
So main deck, normal order, grade 2. There it is. What do you do? So play this with Cannabis 1 if you have Virgila. Look at top 5, card list in your Vanguard, call regular, shuffle the deck, choose one of your Vanguards that gets one of your Vanguard or retire from invincibility. This unit gets 3k for each normal unit on your rear guard and in your drop. So the Vanguard's going to be big, and the grade 2 Vanguard has a crit. So that's just going to be big. There's that grade 1 behind the right column that I love. It's also a Soul Blast, but it gains 5k for every other grade 1. And when it will activate, because more than likely it's going to activate when Shenry goes into Soul, there's 2 grade 1s on the board, which means it's going to be a 10k booster.
Take it.
So, opponent's taking this.
No trigger. PG and a crit trigger.
Why is the board blurry?
Knees. My Vanguard.
Shenry skill.
That was weird.
Put them to solve the draw card. Then
So you got a column. That column over there is a 26, and this is an 18.
I will block it with a Luminosity Wizard for 23.
It's only a 5k block because of the defensive, but still.
I'm going to attack with this column, use the effect of the order pass, so that's 26.
So
I will
26.
intercept with Preservation Angel because I'm at Ritual 3. She gains intercept and plus 5k, so this is 28.
Okay.
Nice. So got rid of 2 cards from the opponent, 1 from board, 1 from hand, and put them to 2 damage. Not bad. Not to mention Zane can stay at grade 2 and still do shenanigans
Ride into Drag Wizard Leopold.
and prevent the opponent from striding right away on turn 3.
I will go ahead and call Morfessa. I will call another Preservation Angel and another Saragon.
So the opponent here is taking the initiative because the one thing about Virgila is he discard a card to use the order, so it's the same as having the order in hand to get a card on board.
Okay.
And then he also called 1 card to get another card and called another. So you kind of got a board with effects, but you also got a board through calling from hand. So you don't have much of a hand anymore.
Okay, she'll die.
Swing 10k your Vanguard
So swinging at rear guard, swinging 10k Vanguard,
with my Vanguard.
15k shield here is a OT to pass. And then Morfessa is also a 5k. So 1 a passing.
I got a critical trigger. I'll get all next to my Vanguard.
Ugh, that was a bit risky.
Crit trigger, power to Vanguard, and Stardust Blade.
But on the bright side, at least
And
Morfessa can't hit
Morfessa
now.
cannot hit, so I will pass turn.
Okay.
So a bit risky there.
Draw, I'll get energy.
But maybe not have anything in hand to guard with, so.
Instead, I'm going to activate another Stardust Blade from my hand.
Nice.
Check for 5.
That's a good. And if he can. It doesn't have any soul. Sad. So this is the thing I was talking about. You can stay at grade 2. Not let Luard stride. And still put some pressure on because the Vanguard is still a critical. The only question is, what is the top 5?
Going to call another Latifa, but without skill because I don't have soul in.
Ah. See, I like what he did with the grade 1 for the push. But at the same time, it's like, Latifa, Soul. It is what it is. So, board's slowly getting set up. He does only have 3 cards in hand, which is not the most ideal.
3, 2, 1.
But it could work. Could work.
Then I'm going to call down the cat. Cat skill.
Cat.
Remove those 2.
Yes.
Put them to
Free card on board because you draw.
Instead, the crack will give a plus 5k.
Gotcha.
Then I'm going to activate the VPL skill again, show this again to you, so he gets a crit.
Nice. So Vanguard has a crit. Vanguard will be 1, 2.
7 again, so that's...
So 7 normal units on board and drop, meaning times 3, 21. So that's just a big ass fucking Vanguard double crit.
39 to critically.
39 2 crit on a grade
Is it
2
39
turn.
with the crit?
Yep.
Pressure.
40, 50,
Mhm.
OT.
So OT to pass here.
That's a crit trigger.
It is a crit, so smart move on Zane's, because otherwise he'd be taking 3 damage here.
Power and crit to Latifa.
Yeah, Latifa now being a 28k column with double crit is very dangerous. I think you put swing with double critical, forgo the fact.
That's 21 to Vanguard.
How big is the Latifa column?
I think you would. I think swinging with double critical first would have been preferable. Force the opponent to think if they want to guard or take and go to 4. Because if they make the wrong choice and take to go to 4, they're at 4.
Damage check. No trigger. It's a PG.
Luckily, no trigger
So that's
and a
28
PG,
to
which
crit.
is great
Guard with a crit and intercept with Formessa for 30.
for Mesa.
Then I'm going to pass the turn.
So good pressure turn.
Stand and draw.
Really good pressure turn. On the other hand, though, Zane only has 4 cards in hand.
Draw.
Why did the camera blurry again? Okay, there.
Pitching Luard to ride into Luard.
But Zane also has only 2 cards in hand, so
Soul Blast.
this is a game of who can recover. And right now, Zane is doing better.
To draw card.
However, there can Energy Blast 7 and draw another card, so to get to 4 cards in hand. Which is honestly not bad.
Card.
So with 4 cards in hand, 3 damage, what can you do? You only have Twin Drive. Do you try to push back? Your opponent has 4 cards.
Miswowl and Sargon.
Okay.
I will go ahead and
Yeah,
play
the
Breaking
Virgila
Ladder.
can actually get some really stupid numbers.
My Vanguard gets plus 5k. I will draw a card, and my unit's gonna be removed.
So Ladder got played. Luckily,
I will go to
Virgila
battle.
does not have any
Your Vanguard.
removal of that sort.
Unfortunately, I have to no guards.
No guarding this is gonna suck if there's another crit.
Second check, no triggers.
Oh, thank fuck.
Defense check, draw trigger. Power
And only,
trigger,
oh, that's best outcome. Draw trigger,
Swing this
2
here.
5Ks on the drive
This is
checks.
going to be,
This should be only a, not enough.
She'll die.
Oh, 5K guard.
Battle, Sargon. You're retired. I will check the top 2. Put 1 into my hand.
Okay, grade 3 does bind, but it's not that important, especially with the kind of board that's currently set up.
And pass turn.
But the most important part here is push. Your opponent has 2 5Ks, they added just a card to the hand. I think they have like 4, maybe 5 cards in hand. We know 2 of which are 5Ks,
I'm going to use Tokachi Arashi skill.
which means here is a really good chance to push.
Because I brought Vigila, I can search my deck for a grade 2.
And you can search your deck for a grade 2, and I believe it's an order, right? I think the ride line can, yeah, there we go. So the Vanguard's gonna be beefy. I do think Zane has this turn and this turn only. I don't think Virgila can plus enough in this turn to survive a stride turn, especially with Zane being at 5. So he really needs to push here. He's got 2 soul,
Check 5.
which means that both of the grade 1s in the back can, you know, do some damage.
Call Shenri.
Shenri's a really good call. Just more power because an order got played, plus soul, plus draw.
Skill of Scat, the crack will give Shenri plus 5k.
So overall good. I'm hoping he has, no, Virgila calls something, right?
1, 2, 3 again.
2, 1, 3.
Let's see, grade 3, normal unit. Virgila.
Then I'm going to use Vigila skill.
Yeah, energy plus
Plus
3.
I cannot bind your grade
you choose a grade 2 card from your drop and call it a rigger. So free, just good unit. So he's got 4 attacks right now on the board. That grade 2 should be able to gain 10k because there's an empty front row in front of it.
It's 20k to Vanguard.
And swing it for 20k.
That's 20k.
I will go ahead and guard with a Abyssal Owl and a Maple.
So 2 cards out of hand. This is good.
For
Then,
23.
yeah, then I'm going to swing with Vigila. Vigila skill, counter +1 restand, and Yoga plus skill, sword
So this is
+1.
big. Because
Gets
Vergil is getting
power
3k for every
15.
normal unit.
So that's 5, 6, 7.
As well as plus 15 from the
10 normal
booster.
units. So that's 43 plus 23 is 66.
66 twin drive. Come on, crits.
Drive check, Yoga plus.
Ah, come on.
Check.
Oh, come on.
Damage check is a draw trigger. Power to my Vanguard.
Oh, and he has a draw. No.
And this is going to be 26 to Vanguard.
It is only 26 to 23.
How big will your Latifa column be?
But they still need to use
20
5ks. I think they survive this turn.
18, so 38.
38.
This is going to be tough.
26, I will go ahead and guard with a Preservation Angel for 33.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use Shenry skill, put her into Soul Director.
Oh, 1 crit. Just 1 crit would have been nice.
Sword +1, we get +10, so that's 38.
He can just take this. I don't know what his hand is. Lure can free stride. He's got Maple and drop.
So Luar.
I think overall,
Going to pass the turn.
Lure has this with 4 attacks, stride turn, all the Lure Chindig you can do.
Because I have Ritual 3, I do not need to pitch for striding.
Zane did not drive check really well shield. So I think heals and OTs is the only out here, in all honesty. I want him to potentially be... I want him to have like 4 PGs in hand. But chances of that are very slim.
I'll bring Maple back.
Oh, 1 crit on the drive check would have been so great.
I'll go ahead and Counterblast 1. I will retire Abyssal Owl. for
I'm
the
getting rid
effect
of
of the
Abyssal
Vanguard.
Owl. Oh, grant that ritual.
I will call 2 units. My hand. Oh, before I forget.
Energy charge.
And energy charge.
To be fair, Lure did hit 2 crits, and those 2 crits nearly connected. So if those crits didn't hit, Zane would have been like a 3 damage or something. So it is unfortunate. Crit sacking is a thing. Like, I got crit sacked by Gwen yesterday. Holy shit.
And
But
a
unfortunately it happens, and we couldn't crit sack back. So Lure right now is making a very good board. Yeah, it's sad to it's not the best to hope on it, but unfortunately we gotta hope on it. Defensive OT right here will be a godsend. Because Luard will swing with rearguard first to get the multi-attack. Which means
Semius
if we
effect,
take that rearguard and hit the OT,
look at the
we're,
top 2.
we're golden.
I can choose 1 to call and put 1 to the bottom. I will go ahead and call another Semius.
Yeah, I know, right? Come on, fair
I will
mechanic.
end the turn.
Yep.
This Semius' effect. Look at the top 2. I would choose to call neither.
See, this is
So both
actually
bottom.
showing the versatility or Luard because the opponent, Zane's, actually had like, what, maybe 2-3 cards in hand
Go ahead
and managed to make a whole full board
the
for
battle
basically
phase.
nothing.
This is gonna
So
be
Lure has a lot of versatility. Lure can start the whole turn with no cards in hand and still do shenanigans. I should have took the hit.
swing
Unless you have a type of hand that can guard all this.
a 41. It's going to be 46. Because I kind of lost 1. Put its unit face up. I call a ritual unit from my
So perfect guard?
deck.
You perfect guard a Vanguard here, right?
Cloud Dragon.
You perfect guards the Vanguard here.
2.
Then there is a 25 column. And then the other column is 33.
46 to your Vanguard.
So it's not too terrible.
Unfortunately, no card.
Oh no, if you're gonna no guard, take the first one!
Second heal trigger. I do heal.
There.
Power to people.
Okay.
And third check is no trigger.
Okay, come on OT,
And
come
no
on.
trigger.
Ah.
Yeah, good game, bud. I was very afraid of that for Gilead grade 2 for just being so big. on the crit.
Yeah.
So close.
Just didn't get the triggers I needed in those turns, and he got
Yep.
pretty good defensive, so nothing I could do.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of a magnet for bad luck at the moment, unfortunately.
Yeah, our team
Yeah,
has been really a magnet for
I
bad
have
luck.
tested decks
Crit-
where
Early crits have been really hitting us really hard.
I've been playing a lot of Maelstrom
Actually,
recently. At
sorry,
locals,
boys.
and
Goodbye.
all of my
As I was saying, early game crits has been hitting our team really hard. Apparently, this is our brick week. It's not been going well. So with that loss, we've lost 5 times this week, which means there's no chance of us winning anymore, which means we have to play for a tie. Naru. Sorry, my brain is farting right now. So Naru. Come on, phone work. I need to remember names. I'm not just gonna say Naru 5 fucking times in a row. Hold on. Okay, so yeah. Naru, Yuta, and Belfizer are our last 3 games and our last 3 chances to tie the week. And I want to fight you too, random stranger. So Naru, Ryuta, and Belfizer are our last 3 chances to tie this week. Otherwise, we get our first loss, which is not that big. The loss itself is not that bad. It's week 5. So if we do lose here, we still have 4 more weeks, and this would be our first loss. Oh, well, why is your that? Why that not your profile name? Why you make a different profile name? Why you not excavate on YouTube? Why you not excavate on YouTube? Why you this random artist on YouTube? Anyway. If we lose here, it's not going to be too terrible. We will have 1 loss. There's 4 weeks left. Our team's really good. We'll go from there. What sucks about this week is not the actual loss. It's who we lost to. Gwen, if you're watching this right now or in the VODs later, I love you. Great to finally talk to you and play against you. We need to do it more. I feel bad for us being the first people to lose to you. Sorry for the memes. Oh, you're Bosnian? That's very ironic. Serbian here. Anywho, brain. So yeah, 3 games left. Naru and Ryuta are going to be playing within the next 4-ish hours. I unfortunately will be dead asleep, so the only thing we might look at the VODs of those games. While Belfizer will be playing tomorrow, we'll catch that as we usually catch the last game of the week and talk about how it went. So chances of drawing are still there. So let's go. Exactly. Thank you. Look at that timing. Let's go. Oof. Hey. Crits, man. Just crits. That's all I gotta say. Crits. If it weren't for crits, it might be a different story. Even Zane here lost to crits. Alright. With all that being said, I do have to get some stuff done before it becomes too late. So I'm going to end this stream here. Hopefully we do not lose to Deck Flare. Hopefully we tie. So I'm putting my faith into my team. We got this. So with all that being said, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the final game and finishing off week 5. Bye! Where's the... Oh, there's... Bye.